Hello, everyone. My name's Buzz. I'm the communications manager at Coast Outdoors, and I'm just here to let you in on some of the technical aspects of our racing that we have going ahead. We have a 10-part virtual racing series, and our co-owner, Bob, he put out a video just a couple of days ago explaining some of the rules. But what I want to do is take you through some of the technical aspects on how you get your results up, how you verify them, and what tools you have to make this whole thing fun. And then so I'm currently on the Coast Outdoors website, coastoutdoors.ca, and you can head down here and you'll see the XC VTNR virtual season. So if you go into that, here's the main page that we're sending everyone to get the various bits of information they can use to get going. Now, I just want to really quickly run through a couple of points here. First of all, it is a virtual race series, and then so we are hoping to get everyone out there in a solo format. So I wouldn't advise going up in groups, and we should always be following all sort of provincial rules and guidelines, as the season goes along. So with that in mind, let's just get started here. So it's similar to the way we did the paddling TNR last season, and we had essentially a bunch of people record their results on Strava or Garmin, and then they would enter that data into a spreadsheet. They would copy paste the URL, and that's how we would sort through the results. And I just want to first point out that the short course and long course, probably questions like, what is it? And so it is the standard TNR course that we do every week. So the short course is 1 lap, and then the long course is 2 laps. Okay, I just want to interject here. I've recorded this bit of video after I've completed the original video you're just watching. Now, if you scroll down here, this will be the actual page that you see. And you'll notice that I've added 2 more spreadsheets. And the reason for that is if people want to compete elsewhere, i.e. not at Cypress, then they can do a 4K loop or an 8K loop of their choice, and you'll record your data in this spreadsheet. Once you click this, you can just see it's exactly the same. If you keep watching the video, I'll explain how to fill this out. But the only difference in this spreadsheet is that you get to notify what location you're from and where you're recording your data. So that's how it's spread up. If you are competing in Cypress for the standard Tuesday night race, do the short or the long course. If you're competing elsewhere, do a 4 or 8K non-Cypress spreadsheet. Use that to record your data. You can do your race over 7 days as well. So that's really important. We don't want everyone turning up on a Tuesday. We are trying to do this solo. So let me just take you through a couple of pieces here. If you do a short course of 1 lap, you can go to this link here, which is the short course spreadsheet. You'll see it here. Look on the top left to make sure that you have the short course open. Essentially, we have weeks outlined here. We've got 10 weeks of racing. Pop your name in here, select your class. It's pretty straightforward. And you'll find an age category in here that you can select and then get going. Your time you can enter here, and then your URL to either your Strava, Garmin, or whatever you use there is just pasted in there. This helps us verify what time you have and that it's a legitimate time. At the end of the 10 seasons, you'll notice as well as a total time on the right-hand side, and you'll be able to use that to calculate who is in the yellow jersey or the leader bib. I'll explain more about that later. So just keep in mind that there's 2 courses, and that one will be a singular lap, and this one here will most likely, for the most part, be a 2-lap course. And you can see they're in different colors, and so hopefully then that'll make it more obvious as to which sheet you should be entering your data in. You can put some results in. You can put a 1-week result in and a 1 lap result in and a 2-lap result. That's where that is stored. Now, we need, like I mentioned earlier, some data to show that you've done the actual activity. We recommend Strava, and I'll show you why. And Garmin's fine. One of the things with Strava is you're able to put yourself into a club and you're able to monitor each other's activities, etc. And you'll find the link here. So we've created a Strava club called the Coast TNR club there. You can join that. It doesn't require an invitation. We have some members in here already. Now, the handy thing about this is that if you're completing segments or if you're racing on here, it will basically automatically sort your leaderboard out. It's not perfect though, and that's why we are going with the spreadsheet model. And so that's where the Strava Club is, Coast TNR. And if you need to talk about how to do things, it's really helpful to join our virtual TNR 2021 season group here. You can leave comments and we will try to get back to you. And essentially, the racers community and the forum is in this spot. So if we go back then, one of the things that we have in Strava, if this is of any interest to you, you can pull this one up and put it onto your watch whilst you're up there. We've put a link through to a segment here. The segment is, in this case, a 1 lap segment here. And this is recorded by Dustin Hay. I was just checking if it wasn't Aiden. It's Dustin that's put this one down. And you can see that the whole lap has been outlined here. Now you can star this lap, and then that means it will sort itself through on your Strava and it'll pull it up. Now the cool thing about having joined the club is that if you've done this, you can sort the segment out and you can select Coast Outdoors TNR, and that way all the information will be there automatically. So you can see there is 1 lap and 2 lap listed. And if you go back here, you can see both of them there. But what we're going to do with Strava is we're going to use the overview. So it's not the segment, because sometimes what happens is the GPS data doesn't record up on Cypress. And so what we're asking you to do is to record an entire stint and then crop the activity. I'll show you what I mean by that now. So for example, if you've done an activity, this is a hike, but it's the same theory. If you've done an activity and let's say you've left your Strava on too long, what you can do is crop the activity. Just go back a second. So you can click the 3 dots here, you can click crop. And let's say you start something here and then you end it there. That will be your stint that you record. You crop it. Keep in mind you can't override that, and essentially that's permanent once you've cropped it. So just be careful with that. And anyway, once you've done that, you will have an overview, basically a general activity that you've done. So in this case, Dustin's general overview will be this URL up the top. And so you would copy and paste that for this TNR, and then you would go into the spreadsheet, you would put in the time that you did, and then you would just paste the URL in there as proof. So that's essentially the format that we're going with here. I just wanted to add an extra piece when it comes to the URL verification on Strava and Garmin. So let's say you record any activity, and obviously this is not cross-country ski, but the same thing applies. You want to just make sure you click this here and that you make it visible to everyone. And then the same thing applies when you have something in Strava. You can click in this pencil here. And then once you click that pencil, your privacy controls need to be set to everyone for that activity. That enables us to be able to verify your results and your activities. Now, there are a bunch of extra things that we have going on. We have pricing. And so to be able to follow this, you're going to need to either join in some of these channels here. So we've got Instagram, so it'll be on IGTV. We'll have a Facebook Live video, and then we'll also have the videos posted on YouTube. This will be our co-owner, Bob Putnam, will be there talking about the results, talking about the prizing, who's won what, where the yellow jersey / leader bib is. And that's how you'll tune in. So that'll be on Wednesdays. We'll reveal exactly when that is on Wednesdays. It'll give us some time to process the results from Tuesday. You have up until midnight on Tuesday to submit your results, giving you 7 days to compete. And then, yeah, essentially, we have a system then where we'll go for a yellow jersey / leader bib. This is just a bit of fun here as well. That essentially is a combination of your times from various weeks and the total time there. So a bit of fun there in each age category and class. Yeah, and then so the last piece is that we have a racer-specific newsletter. So we will send the details through on who's won what on each week, so that if you're not into social media here, you can still catch the detail here. And lastly, if you have any questions, my email is communications@deepcovekayak.com. And you can send through any questions you have, any comments, perhaps if you have any suggestions, send them through and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But yeah, good luck racing. I hope you have a really good time. And yeah, look forward to seeing some of your pictures, some of your comments, and we'll get some more competition going with picture contests, but we'll reveal more information next week on our channels, so stay tuned. Thanks a lot.